And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, back in the Lurkers' wonderful world of Democracy 3. We are in Lurkers, Canada now, where we are doing our best to make the best country possible. And we've got an important question here: torture deportation. Police officers have arrested a conman who is staying in our country illegally. Under normal circumstances, he would be eligible to be deported back to his country of origin. The man claims that if he is sent back to his homeland, it is likely he will be tortured by the government. And many of you will know this was an important debate in Britain at one point. I think his name was Abu al-Qatada. And I was torn on the issue back then, I'm torn on it now. But I'm going to keep him here. Nobody deserves to be tortured, no matter what, so we're keeping him here. It might be at our expense, and he might be an arsehole, but we're not going to support torture, we're just not. That would be wrong on so many levels. Right. Let's have a look. I don't want to look at that, it's the charts I want to look at. We need to get our income up. We've got a serious deficit, nearly 40 billion deficit. Right, we've got a sort of business out as well, haven't we? The economy. What do we do here? Well, we can't push for city farms. Farming is always important, but we need to get more jobs in the country. Home fabrication grants, that's 3D printers. I keep looking at that, I keep forgetting there's 3D printers. Right. Smart meter program. By installing smart meters into their homes, people can save money and the environment at the same time, as it will increase the efficiency of energy used. It'll take a while to convince everyone of this. It won't cause miracles, but it will save a lot of energy in the long run and help save nature for our children. It's a good thing. Will help with that. We're basically starting to drop, which means asthma is really starting to drop now. We're becoming too uncompetitive though. We need to become more productive. And education's going up, that will help a lot. We need to find a way to make the country more, well, better. Adult education subsidies, we're doing that. Help the people to learn no matter what. We're going to have some tech colleges. We are going to have public services, youth club subsidies. Keep the kids off the streets. Help them be good boys and girls. 3 eye tests, very important. This is not going to be a capitalist country, not by a long shot, as you can tell. We all work to benefit each other and ourselves. Right. Anything else we can do? I don't want to push too far, too hard, too soon. Start from the bottom. And school prayer, no. Pay school subsidies, no. Religion can sink and swim on its own. But we do want compulsory foreign languages. This is a multicultural country. We've got French and English speaking people. Might as well have everyone able to communicate. Right. Youth Politics Council, that's a good thing. Get the youth interested in politics. Get them to know what's going on. Keep the country tidy campaign, we're doing that. What else? Compulsory language lessons. I thought, why are they doing that? But let's bump that up. Anything else? National anthems? No. Healthy eating campaign. We're not forcing people to eat healthy, but we are giving them a nudge in the right direction. Compulsory food labelling, that is a great thing. Let people know what they're eating. Maximise that. Right, have we meddled enough yet? I'm not so sure. Social justice. This policy will establish a foundation that deals with the worries and problems of our poor and the underrepresented in our country. It will take away some of the worries these people have and gives them a better feeling of being included into society. Won't get them a better life directly, but at least some hope of a better future, and hope is very important to have. Damn right it is. Any other public services? Stamp out racism week, compulsory. We're doing the school sports, definitely. Stamp out racism week. Because who really needs racism? Really? Does it help anyone or anything? I don't think so. Food Standards Agency, we are having that. It might push food prices up, but at least we'll have standards. The food will not make people sick. Anything else? And I think that should do for now. It's enough meddling. That's a heavy deficit. I don't want to raise taxes, but I might have to. Let's just go next. Crime down, unemployment down, poverty down, religious condemnation. The head of the church can go swivel. Honestly, religion can sink and swim on its own. It doesn't need government help. Got a serious deficit here. The debt is getting out of control. Spending's going up, but income is not going up at all. Was there anything else there that I need to look at? I thought she might want to quit. Health really going up now. What's everything else doing? Pollution well down. Economy still uncompetitive. Asthma's going down. Well, basically should... I guess it's got to take time for that to filter in, isn't it? Alcohol abuse going down. Didn't want to click on legal aid. I wanted to click on organised crime, which seems to have plateaued. That's not a good thing. We need to deal with that. Real strike is done. It is done. What else? Still got an egalitarian society. Nelly said agrarian there. Egalitarian. That's the word we were all looking for. Right, we need to sort out this deficit somehow. We'll just go on to the next thing. Next quarter. We'll not meddle and see what happens. Finally, GDP up as the real strike has ended. Trains are moving, business is moving, and income is slightly raising there, slightly. Capitalists, religious and wealthy, not too happy with me right now. But we're okay with that. Pollution, nearly dealt with. The economy is starting to become competitive again. Yeah, I suppose we could drop the corporation tax back down to 15%. It's gonna bump up the deficit. We're gonna have to pay for that somehow. We're not pushing up tobacco tax. Drugs tax is okay where it is. Sales tax. Don't want to, but I'm pushing this up to 20%. That's sales tax again. Where's income tax? There it is. So I'm already at 40%. I don't want to push it any higher, but I've got no choice, so 45%. That should help. Right, wage elevation grants are okay. hang on, don't we have here? Ah, whistleblowers. We all know which way I'm going with this. We're reforming the Secret Service. If we're having to be embarrassed by our security practices, maybe those practices shouldn't exist. Just saying. Right. They should kick in without any trouble soon. Anything else in public services? No. Could do art subsidies. Investing in the arts is important. So we're doing that. We're having an opera house. What are the choices? Theatres, art gallery, opera house, puppet show, circus. We're not having a circus. No, we're clowns. Evil clowns. And another one's wanting to quit. But the GDP is really going up now. That is fantastic. Genetically modified crops. I'm allowing it. I don't see the problem with it, personally. The deficit's gone down. And look at that income now. We're going to be okay. The GDP is really climbing now. That's a good thing. That'll help us get out of the financial shit pit I've got the country into. Asmus going back up. I think that's due to GDP actually. The economy becomes more competitive. Pollution is plateauing. Alcohol abuse going down. Organised crime, we need to find a way to push that down a bit. And look at that, legalising prostitution helps destroy organised crime. And we're nearly there. I'm going to maximise it. Might as well go the whole hog. And anything else we need to look at. Let's look at transport. We've done all that actually. Law and order. We're not banning divorce. We're not arming the police. We're not bringing in the death penalty or speed cameras. Ugh. Electronic direct democracy. We are having that. Absolutely. And yeah, we'll go for constitutional changes. What else can we do? Could have pollution controls, but I don't think we need it yet. Really don't. Automation tax, punitive wealth tax, tax on superstores. I'm gonna do it actually. Not gonna go too high. Just see a 30% tax on the superstores, just to help the smaller businesses actually get a foothold in instead of this domination. Next quarter, GDP still on the rise. One of our students has a Nobel Prize already. That was fast. Deficit's shrinking slowly. GDP's going up, debt's still climbing. We need to get a grip on that. But even though the global economy is going down the shit bits, we're doing okay. Obesity has plateaued for now. Actually, stuff's still filtering through, isn't it? Health service still filtering through. We'll be okay. We're becoming more and more competitive. Pollution nearly dealt with. Nearly. Organised crime going down again thanks to the legalisation of prostitution. Next quarter. GDP up again. We have the technological advantage. Ooh, housing expansion. There's a shortage of homes in our country, and the government is under pressure to relax planning laws and allow previously restricted greenbelt land to be built upon. Leave that for now, because I actually want to look at what we don't have a housing crisis right now. We don't have. It's not a problem, so we're keeping the planning restrictions right now. if we had homelessness, would allow it, but there's no homeless anymore. We've dealt with that. We don't have to sacrifice greenbelt land. Pollution's starting to go on the upswing once again. We need to deal with that. Anti-gravity. While expensive and elusive, anti-gravity research could lead to new means of transport, radically reducing the costs involved in shipping goods from one place to another. Got to ban low mileage cars for now. Might upset people, but we've got to do it. Got to look after the future of this nation, not just the now. A monorail system, it's pretty cheap, so I might as well. And anti-gravity, we're doing it. We're definitely doing it. Lab equipment, scientific personnel, sponsored professionals, or research institution. We're having the research institution. We're going to look into anti-gravity. And Julia, not happy. Right, who's happy, who's not happy? You're happy. You're not happy. Gone. You're not happy. Gone. Anyone else unhappy? No? Right, welfare. Youth capitalist. You're not welfare though. Walter, conservative trade unionist. Probably not going to be happy with me. How can a socialist liberal be slightly unhappy with me? Seriously? Right. Faith Scott, you're mine. And yeah, she was welfare, that's okay. Tax. Who's gonna be my chancellor? Not any of you, actually. Arthur Zhang. You look good enough. You look good enough. Right, let's move into the next quarter and see if the economy fixes itself now. As the GDP goes up. There we go, credit rating upgraded. Double A. I mean, yeah, we've still got a deficit. Pretty big deficit. But things are going better. Much better. Not what I'm looking for there. Global economy is in recession. Apparently it's having an effect, but I don't really see it myself. We are very popular. We are making people happier. We are making lives better. We will take care of obesity. And asthma. Eventually. Could do a campaign for carpooling. Ah, let's do it. That'll have a great knock-on effect. Junk food tax, that's stupid. Health food subsidy though, that's a good thing. Why punish when you can promote? Mortgage tax relief. Don't really need that. Enterprise investment scheme. That seems like a good thing. So we're doing that. Anything else? Oh, when we finally get the economy back on track, we're going to Mars. We're definitely going to Mars, and we're going into space. Maybe I should have said that the other way around. We're going to space and Mars, but who cares? We're doing both when I've got the coin. Tax credits. Automation tax. Technological innovation has led to brilliant inventions. The dark side of industrial automation is that it's leading to job loss. Less jobs means less income tax. To make up for the loss of state income, the Economy Ministry has designed an automation tax to be paid by the most advanced companies. That would hurt our technological advantage, but we do need to claw back some taxes. So let's drop it down to 20%. That should be okay. It'll hurt a little, but we kinda need the money. Kinda. Next quarter. GDP's gone up. Well up. We are no longer uncompetitive. This country is open for business and the media is backlashing. One of our country's most popular newspapers has launched a major campaign criticising your policies so far. This is bound to have a negative effect on your approval rating with all of this newspaper's readers. Political insiders think angry capitalist newspaper owners are behind this move. Yeah, well, too bad, Murdoch. I'm not changing course. I shall stay my course. Right, asthma. Going back up. We're basically going back down. Pollution. We will sort that out at some point. Alcohol abuse going up for some reason. Because alcohol consumption is going up because the GDP is going up. Interesting. Do we even have an alcohol tax? We do. It's a 30%. Push it to 35. See what that does. And go into the next quarter. Oh crap! We've got a water shortage. We've got to improve the environment. Internet tracking, ban tracking. Straight away, I didn't have to think about it. Unemployment down. We've got to sort this water shortage out. Don't know how we're going to sort it, but we've got to sort it. Deficit's closing up. How do we sort this out? Synthetic meat. Over farming, droughts and population growth result in increased meat prices. Synthetic production can make meat more affordable for the masses. Farmers are opposed as food production moves from the field to the lab. Looks like it would really hurt the environment as well. Damage food prices, upset farmers. Doesn't look like a good policy, so we're going to cancel it. I mean, personally, I'm not opposed to synthetic meats. You know, if it's safe, it's safe. Eco-home regulations, we need these, unfortunately. We need them. Apply those changes quickly. We need pollution controls and a carbon tax. I don't want to apply it, but we've got to. So you had 35% carbon tax. And pollution controls. It's gonna hurt the GDP, but major fines for heavy pollution. We can't have a pollution problem, we just can't. Anything else I can do? Public services won't help. Law and order. Community policing. That's a great thing. Let's push that up. And we're not having private prisons, we're just not. Needle exchange program. We've got to do that. Got to. I mean, drug addicts will exist. So you might as well help keep them alive at least. You know, I'll give them a gateway into getting help. Right, public services. There's got to be something I can do to sort. Suppose electric cars. Ooh. driverless car laws. Driverless car technology is booming. The manufacturers are encouraging the government to allow their use on public roads. I suppose I could allow it on private lots. Like I said, I'm not keen on it, but let's allow it on private lots at least. And electric cars initiative. Suppose we've got to push for that. It's not going to give us hydrogen fuel cell cars, is it? Not banning gas-powered cars. Let's have electric taxis. That'll help. Applied. Next quarter. Unemployment is going up. What? Right, we've only got a small deficit now. We're going to be okay. We are going to be okay now. That's what I thought it's doing. It's turning a corner, I think. Pollution is not going to be a problem. Asthma going down. Obesity going up. Yeah. Alcohol abuse going down. Organised crime slowly going down. We still have the technological advantage. Still have an egalitarian society. It's a great thing here. Right, freedom of information. There's been calls for a law to increase the availability of knowledge held on databases about citizens without their knowledge. These include the records held by private medical companies, insurance companies and debt collection agencies, as well as information held by government departments. Freedom Act passed. Just like that. Next quarter. GDP's going down as the market has a meltdown. The markets have shut themselves. But we've still only got a slight deficit, so okay. What else there? Economic forecast, poll support, and popular. Rarely is the question asked, is our children learning? George Bush. Great man there, great man. Asthma going back down. Water shortage is going back down. We've got to deal with the average temperature, which is linked to CO2 emissions, which are going down. And the year, which we can't do anything about, to be honest. I've clicked the wrong thing there, but look at all those achievements so far. Look at them. Right, I'm sure there's something I can do. Climate Change Adaptation Fund. Very expensive. How much will it do? Very expensive. I'm gonna push for a prediction system. Like I see it, very expensive, but it needs to be done. We need to really hit this water shortage hard. Right, next quarter. And unemployment back up again. Health is going up though. How's unemployment going up? What have I done wrong? Tell me. Software patents. Reject. I've explained in previous episodes why I'm against this. Reject the patents once and for all. Right, let's have a look. What's causing it to go up? GDP going up is causing unemployment. Are you kidding me? You think the GDP rise would lower unemployment? People, there's work to be had. Have it. Yeah, well, deficit 20 odd billion there. Global economy is on the floor. Our debt is going up massively. And as much as I hate to do it, we're pushing the carbon tax even higher. Apply those changes. We're gonna have to cut our spending somehow. What's the deficit? 20 billion. And that's CS 22. 20 neighbours makes no difference. State Health Service. Where do we get 20 billion from? I mean, we're not spending that much, are we? Only spending 160 billion a quarter. Suppose we could drop this by a billion. Won't hurt us that much. Climate Change Adaptation Fund, we're not dropping that. State pensions, I don't want to touch the pensions. State schools, I suppose we could drop that by a billion. And state housing, we can drop that by a billion as well. Go from 11 to 10. Military spending, it's borderline highly trained, so we'll reverse changes. Debt interest, if we get our finances in order, that'll actually drop. What else? Science funding, I don't really want to drop that, but just see you have the particle accelerator. That'll help. A straight 4 billion a quarter on that. Real subsidies. Let's drop that there square. 4 billion applied. Small business grants, I don't want to touch that either. I really don't. Right, we'll leave the rest for now and see what happens. Go into the next quarter. Pollution at an end. Alcohol abuse at an end. Asthma at an end. High productivity, really high productivity there. GDP up. Unemployment up. Health still up. DNA database questions. Still got a slight deficit. But we can't deal with that. And looks like we've got, yep, only 3 turns left until the election, and we will have that election next time. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.